Well, welcome again. I had intended to do a different project this morning for talking art and things. This is a little bit related to it, but as friends of mine will know, and other people won't, I was involved with the Bethany Home Survivors Group, which was a group formed by Derek Lenister, and there was various members: Derek Lenister, Neil, me, Nolene Bennon, Victor Stevenson, and myself and a few others. And the purpose of it was initially to get the government, the Irish government that is, to set up a commission of inquiry into the mother and baby homes. Eventually, over years, Derek spent on his own until the group was formed. We met Alan Shatter, who was the Justice Minister in 2014, and the Commission of Inquiry was set up in 2015, and the Tuam situation and sadness, their situation, was put into the Commission of Inquiry, which was made up of 18 homes, and some should have been put in, but were not. But sadly, on Saturday, 2 days ago, Derek passed away. And he was inspirational in anything he did. He was aggressive towards the government and forthright in many ways. And to his family, he was and to us, other survivors, he was inspirational, as I just said. But it affected me, actually, in the sense that it gave me time to think about how artists react to things, and through emotions and experiences. In my own life, it came very early, in the sense that I was born in Rotunda Hospital in Dublin, and I was in the Bethany home for less than 6 months. I was boarded out, and then I went to the Foley home in Dublin, and the Bowley, and eventually I was in the Smiley's home, all by the age of 3 years old. And then I was illegally taken to Northern Ireland, which wasn't a very good experience at all, with elderly Victorian adopted parents, with my adopted mother dying when I was 13, and living on an isolated farm in a small village. But all those experiences, other survivors have had worse. But for me personally, when I was getting through that situation, that's when I started to draw and to write poetry. And I managed to do it all my life. Fast forward to 2010, and I find myself in Mount Jerome Cemetery, reading the names of, at that time, 40 children who were in a mass grave. And to sum it up, I'll just read the poem that I read on that day. And as I read out the names of the children who were somewhere under all our feet in a mass grave. It's entitled Over Time. Over time, you all were raised by those who should have cared for you. Over time, as nature's seasons multiplied, you were remembered by those who gave birth to your short lives. Their love never left you. It remained to later join you. Here today, your passing is more vivid. You teach us in your absence that over time, love never dies. And now it's in memory of the former infant residents of the Bethany home who were buried in the unmarked graves in Mount Jerome Cemetery. So inspiration comes from different directions, and Derek Lenister passed on that inspiration through his work in trying to get justice for the survivors. And here now in nearly the end of November 2022, the survivors are still trying to get the government to change their mind about their policies and what they're doing. And the TDs in the Dáil are doing likewise. The UN has come out and criticised Ireland for the way they're doing it. And for those who don't know, redress is going to be given to survivors, out of public money, by the way. But those like me and maybe 24,000 others who are in an orphanage or a home less than 6 months won't receive any redress or an enhanced medical card for their medical needs. Derek was 81, and as a child he suffered a lot. I'm 75. As a child I suffered as well. So I'm mixing all this up, and maybe I can dedicate this short video to Derek Lenister and to all the other survivors. An acknowledgement must be given to Dr. Neil Meehan, who was a strong rock for the Bethany survivors group. I'm just going to show you a couple of little photographs, and then I'll finish. But over here we've got Derek Lenister on the left, and myself and Nolene, and that's when I was reading the piece that I just read. This is the notorious Mother and Baby Homes Commission of Investigation final report, and it's made up of 2,860 pages. And for those who know what happened about that. It's not worth the paper it's written on. And quickly over here, we've got Victor Stevenson, who's strong for the group and passed away a few years ago. Myself and Nolene Bellin. And on the left is Derek. I was taken outside the Doyle when we were going to meet some TDs. So art does come from different places, and inspiration comes from different things. So I dedicate this small short video to Derek Lenister, who passed away. That's all I wish to say. Derek, rest in peace.